We established this first meeting point so we can start producing a film to generate awareness in environmental issues. We are a group of secondary students. Our school is Platero Green School in Málaga, a city located in South Spain. We know that climate change, among many others, is threatening South Europe countries with drier droughts. At the same time, our population increases and we receive millions of tourists every year. As citizens, we think that it is necessary that some people stand in our decade and stop the damaging process that is going on our beloved planet Earth. But what can we do? Demonstrations have been a good tool for social changes in the past, but we consider that nowadays, 21st century, Internet is the channel to communicate with everyone, everywhere. After many conversations, we decide to make a short film. To begin with, we will vote the brainstorming ideas that are in or out our film. We are going to work organized in little groups, and each group is going to produce a little piece for the whole video. We want to enjoy the whole process, so the change starts here and now.
Nowadays, a family uses more than 2 tons of plastic in a year. Most people don't mind it, and they go to supermarkets every day. There are a lot of waste, and this affects the environment. But how many things buy people? At the moment, Emma is shopping, but this is not going well. Poor Emma, she doesn't know how to recycle. Observe what she bought. Today is a sunny day in Málaga. A girl called Emma starts her day, but first she's going to throw out the rubbish. Oh, the rubbish has fallen, but what is she thinking about? After that, Emma has met with some friends. And I thought that was impossible because the exam was quite difficult. Hey!
It's okay, but please wait. Emma! I have the solution.
I go to the supermarket every 2 weeks. Because I don't like going to the supermarket, but it's necessary.
Normally we do a big shop once a week, and then always there's something missing and you have to go and buy a carton of milk or go and buy some bread.
Oh, that's a good question. I go to the supermarket once a week to do a main shop, but normally my girlfriend needs many things throughout the week, so at least 4 or 5 times a week probably.
I think we could recycle more and refill bottles of water and buy bigger bottles of water.
Reducing plastic is very difficult because nearly everything comes in plastic bottles. What I try is to always buy things with the less packaging possible. Not a small bag inside a bigger bag, inside a bigger bag. Always the least plastic as possible.
That's really difficult because everything has packaging. So I would prefer that there were more things without packaging so that when I get home, immediately I'm unpacking and putting plastic and things in the bin. So I think less packaging would be fantastic.
included the solution, and it's bulk. With bulk, you could get different products. In this way, you won't use a lot of plastic. The main idea is to sell different products and weigh everything. Depending on the weight, it will be cheaper or more expensive. Everyone could bring his or her yard every time that he or she wants. They are really happy about what they have done.
Hi, I'm Kiri, the fairy. Today, my friend Hartubi is going to talk about the history of the chimney in Malaga. Here it is. Enjoy it.
The Loring family was one of the most influential families in Malaga City in the 19th century. They started a foundry for the creation of steel that can compete with those of northern Spain and serves the northern colonies of present-day Morocco and Algeria. They create new neighborhoods like El Perchel and Welling, where they house the workers next to the factories. The chimneys of these blast furnaces are still a sign of their identity in the west coast of Malaga, but the problem soon arrived. The coal mines that the family owned in Marbella were exhausted, and they needed to look for a new way to get coal. They bought a mine in Córdoba and started to build a railway to bring coal to the coast. The current train layout between steep mountains is a result of this attempt that was now completed by the Loring family because they were ruined before finishing. The decline of the factories leaves Malaga without an economic development like the one that Barcelona had in this same time. Prosperity does not arrive until the 60s, with the arrival of the first tourists.
We came to this nursing home specialized in elderly with Alzheimer's disease to show that the global warming is not all about saving seals, but also we need to socialize more and help each other.
Hello, we are Alexandra, Paula, Lucia and Carolina, and we are 4 girls from Platero Green School. And we are going to enjoy producing 3 crafts with you for a film and environment workshop. Let's start. First, we're going to do some pillbox. We have brought from home some bottlenecks. We had cut them. Well, to start doing it, we begin with the part that we previously have cut. You glue it and it can last 5 or 10 seconds to be stuck. So when it's ready, we finish closing it and we have got the pillbox done it. And we can decorate it. We have got glitter and also some stickers. María de la O, de gracia y caridad, tú eres teniéndolo todo. Te quieres reír y hasta los oídos lo tienen llorado de tanto sufrir. The second craft is rabbit with pom-poms, something like this. Cool. We're going to take 2 pom-poms and we're going to glue them with hot liquid silicone. You can do this way. Now we will use with Eva foam. We are going to cut 2 ears. You glue them in the side of the pom-pom head, like this one. And then 2 buttons will pretend to be the eyes. So funny. And a pink bead is going to be the nose. I'm going to show you the next craft. It's really simple. We're going to do a purse with a mold pack. Look, the first step, we just need to take the corners, and now you really have to be careful when you cut it. The next step is taking the size from the top and the bottom. You really have to be careful when you cut it. We take the size, we place it inward, keep on cutting it, and when we finish, you need to realize that the bottom has to be left free. We're going to take a paper that we're going to give you, and we're going to glue it. When it's ready, the next thing that you need to do is to grab the tab. You need to cut a circle. When it's done, well, we will have something like this one I'm holding.
The other day, my dad was in a property owners meeting. They were talking about the unnecessary waste of water. That night, I spent all the night alone thinking how to solve it. The more water my dad had to pay for, the less games I had. So much effort got its reward. I discovered that water from the shower and the wash basin after using it had no further use. So I thought, what if this water could be used in the water closet? Here we have a challenge to solve, to take the water from the shower to the closet. I thought in a manual or pump, but nobody wants to have a shower doing exercise at the same time. It's just half a meter. What can I do? Next morning, while having breakfast with my parents, I talked about this subject. They thought it was a good idea, but that half meter was still upsetting me. We were all there trying to find a solution, but no ideas came up. When I came back from school, the property owners met again, but this time I was in a meeting. I was there to propose my idea to recycle water, but how? A neighbor said that just one water pump in each home could be enough, as they don't use so much electricity. We discussed for hours, and at the end, we decided that the best idea was one pump in each home. Here is how our system works. The water from the shower and the wash basin goes into a water pump we found in an old washing machine. Then it goes through a pipe to a recycle tank. After that, we can use the water in the water closet for other uses. Every time we flush the toilet, we spend 8 liters of water. Assuming that an average family flush it 12 times a day, it spends 96 liters daily. In our community, there are 12 families, which means an expense of 1,152 liters per day. It is a huge figure considering that many people do not have access to a good as necessary as water. In Malaga, there are more than 18 million liters wasted per day just to go to the bathroom. This equates to 7.2 Olympic-sized swimming pools a day. If our entire city uses our system, we could save most of the water that is being spent. We could make Malaga greener if we use all the said water to water trees. Hazard that global warming is casting on the Mediterranean area drops. Little by little, the idea spread all over the neighborhood, and many other buildings started using the recycling water system I had invented.
I'm so thirsty. Where could I find a drinking fountain near here? Thank you. I finished the bottle. Where should I throw it? There aren't any rubbish bins near here.
Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. Ain't nobody.
Oh, finally. There's a rubbish bin there.
Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way.
What you can see in here is Muelle Uno. Muelle Uno is a promenade in Malaga. It is really pretty actually, but there is a problem. When people go running or cycling here, they cannot drink water. They'll have to buy a water bottle or take it from home. So, if we make new drinking fountains here, people will be able to drink from them. And if you drink from them, you won't spend plastic or any residues. So what we try to explain in this video is the fact that in our town, in the most important street of all, there aren't any rubbish bins. That makes it so hard for people to throw their rubbish away. So what we propose is to make some new rubbish bins with some good design, so it doesn't look ugly, but it doesn't make the floor look ugly with rubbish on it.
We have prepared everything necessary to develop a direct research. Our working team is ready. Now let's try it harder still. Not all the information is on the internet. Let's ask people directly, with the microphones and cameras on the street. It's amazing!
Talking about the environmental impact of tourism in our community is a real taboo, because it is one of the main income sources in our country. We are determined. Spain receives 75 million tourists a year, and its population is 46 million. Almost half. 17 million are British. Let's see what information tourists have about our environment when they arrive at the airport, especially about the impact that climate change is having in our region.
Do you know that tourists consume on average 5 times more water than locals?
Probably it's true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
No, I don't know it.
No?
No, okay. Five more times than the normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would assume so, yes, because of the amount of water they drink and in different formats other than just pouring a glass of water, refilling a water bottle. They tend to go to stores and buy like a single water bottle, and from there they just throw it away and they buy another one. And then from what your man was saying, which makes sense, all the swimming pools and different showers and wasteful practices like running water in hotel rooms, yeah, it makes sense.
I have no idea because I am the first time here in Malaga, so I didn't hear about this.
Did you know that global warming is going to make drought in some Mediterranean countries like Spain?
I didn't know that, no. Yeah, actually, for example, in Korea as well, we have normally, so we have 4 seasons, really direct 4 seasons, like spring and summer and something like that. But summer is getting more longer, and then spring and fall is getting really shorter than before. And the winter is going to be really long.
Yeah,
so I think it's kind of global warming, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I heard about this.
No, I don't know.
Has your flight agency or any administration advised you of how that you have to spend less water or what to do in the event of a fire?
We don't use the agency, so we just know that we should use as much water as possible. We have the same problem in Poland.
Yes.
We don't have more water than you have in Spain.
It's perfect, so do it.
Here?
Yeah.
No, not yet. We've just arrived, so we don't know anything about it.
No, not really. I don't think I've ever on any flight had any concerns with water consumption.
I know they tell you to drink more water, but they generally give you bottled water, which they should actually be pouring it into single cups because it would save plastic in that way.
Because fire is a very usual problem in Spain.
Well, yeah, considering Spain will be running out of water in the next 20 to 30 years because of the way it is. I mean, you don't get much water in this area. It comes mostly from the Sierra Nevadas, and that is not covered in snow this year like it has been in the past. So yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, no problem.
We have been working in this project for 5 months, but if we want to see the results, we have to continue working every day.
We have learned that together we can do bigger things.
Taking care about the environment and our society is not only in charge of our rulers, but also in our hands.
If we want to change our future, we have to know our past.
Children, adults, old people,
everyone should help. Everyone must help.
Now we are just a group of secondary school students, but we are next generation. We may not have enough influence to transform our entire world. At the moment, we may not be as powerful as presidents of countries or corporations, but we can offer a little bit of a change.